Right, you big fat bottom wallopers. I'm going to do a wee humorous and semi-serious E3 predictions video. What I think is going to appear over the weekend and into next week. I was going to categorise it by developer, like, oh, let's see what Microsoft are going to do, but I think I'll just mash it onto the one big pot of jobby stew. What do you think? I think that's a great idea, so that's what we'll do. We'll do just that, and we'll do that right now. Alright, the first bit of stuffs is no really a prediction because it's already been announced. Is a new Battlefield game, Battlefield 2042, or as I like to call it, the $2,000 edition. No single player campaign, no battle royale, just multiplayer suites, which is really Battlefield going back to its, heyday, its roots, if you will. Battlefield really started as a multiplayer shooter, so it's going back to that. It should probably stay that, but I don't know, I just kind of think it looks like an outdated fucking rip-off of Call of Duty. Even Call of Duty now looks like a parody of its own self. It's like, we'll be serious, we'll be sci-fi, we'll be super serious and super dark. And we'll not put the game on the disc, because when I bought fucking Call of Duty Cold War, I loaded the disc up and I was like, what would you like to install? I was like, I want to install the campaign. Right, we'll do that then. Says it's installing. Gets to 100%, boot the game up. Oh, you need to download these 3 story packs. I thought, what the fuck did I just install there? Was it just fucking assets that came in the disc? So you have to download 3 fucking story packs, and then you can play the game and just hope it doesn't crash your machine like it did mine, and then I deleted it because it was taking up like 175 fucking gig for a shitey 3-hour campaign. Nah, you're not on. Ram that up your fucking app. Yeah, anyway, we'll start our predictions now. That was just a wee, a wee thing that's come out, a wee nugget of jobby that's come out about Battlefield 6. Who cares? Right, here's my first big prediction for E3. You're no getting Elden Ring. I don't even think you'll see the leaked footage of it because it looked shite. It looked like a PS2 game. There's rumours this Elden Ring's going to be open world. I think it's just going to be no released. George R.R. Martin's writing Elden Ring, right? And you know what he's like for finishing fucking anything. He can't do it. Worse than Valve, man. Well, okay, maybe no worse than Valve, but you get the point. But I think Elden Ring's a bit as alive as Dead Island 2. And another prediction, you're no getting Dead Island 2 either. I'll eat my own food if I see Dead Island 2. Alright? I mean that, I will eat my own sandwiches if I fucking see Dead Island 2. I'm no betting on it, so I'll be living on fucking rice cakes the rest of my days. One of the biggest things we'll see E3 is Halo Infinite. That's really not a prediction, that's pretty much a foregone conclusion considering I've already said we'll be at E3. Well yeah, all these E3s will be digital, so there'll be no hijinks, no funny people with Konami standing on stage looking like 1 o'clock half struck, looking like someone's just put a fucking pint of chocolate pudding down their drawers. Nothing like that, nothing good like that. It's all pre-recorded, it's all shite. It's all going to be over in about half an hour anyway. Oh, fucking Microsoft are on stage. How long is this one going to be? 20 minutes and they're going to show you nothing. I hope they learned their lesson for last year's fucking release schedule of information. I really pined for E3. I was like, oh, we're going to show you something, are you? Nah. Anyway, I think we'll see more of Fable and we'll see more of Perfect Dark. It might be another CG cutscene with some, details like, oh, Fable's going to be open world and you're going to be able to do magic. Things like that. Crap we already fucking know. Perfect Dark, oh, it's going to be cyberpunk light, except this game will actually, work. Stuff like that. Things that are pretty much foregone conclusions. I love that term now. I'm going to use that a lot. Foregone conclusion. Love it. I think we're going to hear about Forza Horizon 5. They've pretty much confirmed that, I'm sure. What else? Right, fucking Sony are no there anymore. Who cares? I think we're going to see a lot of shite for Ubisoft that we've already seen. I think beyond Good and Evil 2, I just think they're too feared to say that it's fucked. I think Skull and Bones was a shite idea in the first place and she just let it sink to the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. I think we'll just see a lot of shit that we already know about for them. Assassin's Creed DLC, fucking Far Cry 6 stuff, because they're all going to be out after. Well, the Assassin's Creed DLC party it's out now, but the rest of it will be out after E3. So you'll hear about that and you're like, oh, see this fucking Far Cry, that's brilliant. You're probably going to hear more about that Riders Republic shite that no one gives a flying fuck about. I'm just presuming, obviously, okay? If you care about it, good for you. Don't know, I have a hard time thinking of games that are, it's going to appear and you're like, I mean, fucking, everything's homogenised pish. It all sort of reeks of the same fucking odour, doesn't it? I mean, Far Cry 6 looks like a first person Just Cause. Not that I'm complaining right enough, but it's, look, I'm starting to crave a wee bit more variety. This is why I think Halo Infinite will be good. Because it's going to bring it more back to the start of the series. Sort of. I don't know what they mean. It's going to bring it back to its roots. I mean, what? It's going to be less like Call of Duty? Okay, fair enough, but what else could Ubisoft talk about? Fuck, who knows? I think I'll start calling Ubisoft Poopy Soft. Or Soft Shite. I like their games, I like the fucking... Even though every game is exactly the same, literally every game is the same. It's like everyone's got an open world, everyone's got the same objectives, everyone's got pretty much the same fucking story. Stories of revolution and all that. You're like, well, wasn't that what Watch Dogs Legion was about? Was about revolution, and now Far Cry 6 is about revolution. And I think Riders Republic's revolutionising how they do the whole big open world sporty type games. I don't know. Moving the fuck on. I'd like to see THQ Nordic do something like, you know, like fucking talk about some of the franchises they own, like Red Faction, fucking, do they own Saints Row still? I'd like to hear more about a new Saints Row. I'd like to hear more about another Kingdoms of Amalur game if that's going to happen, if it was, the re-release was popular enough, probably not. Things like that. I just like when they just talk about some Darksiders, get your arse on stage and say, we're doing Darksiders, what is it, like 5 at this point? Because with Darksiders 1, 2 and 3, then there was Genesis, and then, so technically it was before, but it really is the 5th game. I don't know why Darksiders Genesis was just called Darksiders 4. Maybe they didn't have enough faith in the type of game that it was, you know, the isometric Diablo type thing. But it got the big release like all the others did anyway, so I don't really see why they wouldn't. Very strange, very fucking weird. You'll probably hear more pish about the new Final Fantasy. Aye, good, Final Fantasy 16. Yum yum. Hopefully we'll hear more about the Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 and Part 3 remakes. That would be fucking nice. Like a tentative sort of window of release. I don't really want a release date, because that can be iffy. When you start releasing hard release dates, that can be a troublesome time if you fuck it up. Hello CD Projekt Red, are you boys still alive over there? Have you been fucking buried by your mountain of lawsuits yet? And your mountain of glitches? It's like, we'll fucking, do you know what we'll do to fucking smooth this cyberpunk shit? It will mention another Witcher game. Gonna fix the shit you've already got first before you go start making anything else. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be surprised if they released a bunch of free DLC for Cyberpunk, fucking fixed it up to a more acceptable level, and then just shut up shop and fucked off and disappeared. Right, Bethesda, ours used to be like Techland or Microsoft now. We'll hear all about all the Xbox exclusives that are not going to PS5, and we'll just hear all the fucking Sony fanboys screeching, and I can't wait. I can't wait. The screech is going to be that fucking high that even Yoda will hear it, okay? It's like, oh, we can't play fucking Starfield, which has already been confirmed only to be in the Xbox ecosystem. They're going to do that with everything they own. They paid $7.5 billion. They're not giving Sony fuck all back. Sorry, you'll probably see updates for ESO and Fallout 76 continue. Other than that, you're getting nothing. You'll have to buy an Xbox if you want Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5, Doom 3, Doom New Wave 3, Wolfenstein 3, another Prey game, any other Dishonored games. Like, I'd love a Quake collection. That'd be fucking smashing, wouldn't it? Get up on stage and say we're going to release a Quake collection, and then a Heretic collection. In fact, do a big id super duper shooter pack like you done on Steam for PC. Aye, you can do it. If Doom can run on an Xbox One, I'm pretty sure Quake and Quake 2 can as well. Hopefully Bethesda will wow us with the new engine they're using for all games going forward, and not that fucking shite Gamebryo, whatever crap it's called now. Get that to fuck, put it in the bin, have a shooting range and have, what is it Gamebryo Creation? What the hell was it actually called up to the end? Bin it, bollocks, it's always been shite. Now it's worse, because it's like decades fucking old at this point. Start using Unreal like everybody else. Right, well, I'd love to hear about a new Tomb Raider. What would they call the fourth Tomb Raider in this series? Tomb Raider? Just call it Tomb Raider, because we've had the build up to pretty much nothing actually. It's like these were prequel games, the last three, so it's now just time to remake all the other games. So you'll get a remake of Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3. Infinite Darkness was one of them called, Angel of Darkness, then there was Legend, and then there was something else, I can't remember, but it was like Underworld, that's another one. Even though they have remade the original, remember the Tomb Raider Anniversary, that was a remake of the first one, then we're going to get another remake of the first one. Honestly, I'd kind of like them just to go in a completely different direction. Not so much having her in a big icy tomb fighting fucking tigers and bears. I'm not interested in that. I want like super powered fucking mecha zombies. I want fucking guys with mere guns and they know what to do with. I want it to be ridiculous. I want Lara Croft to be a bigger murderer than fucking John Rambo, right? And I want to be able to wear a fur bikini while I'm doing it. Not me personally, of course, but yeah, you know, in game. Maybe we'll hear about another Nier game. Who knows? They're proving quite popular at the moment. We'll probably hear pish about the new Judgment game that's coming out. That's Sega. Who will they throw in with? Who cares? Probably Microsoft, because it's either Microsoft or fucking Nintendo. Is Yakuza on the Switch? I don't know why is Yakuza not on the Switch? Yakuza. Wish I could speak properly. Yakuza. Seems weird that that's not on the Switch. Some of them could run, I don't know about the later ones right enough. And everybody's bleating on about this Switch Pro. You're like, who cares? I don't really think, you know what, I think Nintendo would be just fine just going on, continue with the Switch for another 10 years. Everybody loves it. So, oh, can he run this? Well, it can run The Witcher 3. So if the machine can run that, I mean, fuck more do you need? Lower your resolutions, get rid of some of your textures, get rid of some of those fucking potted plants at the side of the road that no one gives a flying fig leaf about. I wonder what Nintendo will actually fucking throw at us this year. Probably a massive amount of fucking Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. You'll get a couple of trailers for like some of the other shit they showed last year, like that Triangle's Edge RPG shite, and then you'll get 45 minutes of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Remember they did that with Smash Brothers? There was like 20 or 30 minutes of Smash Brothers, and then there was like fuck all else, because they really don't have an awful lot cooking in the oven, even though they've said, oh, Bayonetta 3's cooking, Metroid Prime 4's cooking, but we burnt it and they had to throw it out and start it all over again, probably like 3 or 4 times over, because they really don't know what it's a first person Metroid game. How fucking complicated is this really going to be? How hard is that? Give it to somebody else, like you did with fucking Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2. Fucking Jesus, man. Saliva in my mouth. Fucking pain in the fucking arse. So, you know, you didn't even make the Metroid Prime games, so just let somebody else make it and you could focus on fixing Star Fox or something. Love a new Star Fox. I just love a Star Fox game, you know, that plays like a game and not like a gimmick. Oh, we're gonna get a new Star... Do you know what Star Fox Zero could have been a fucking instant classic had it not been... Well, you need to use this shite tablet that we made for this fucking machine. So I reckon that's the only reason they haven't ported it to Switch, is because they have to rework the entire control system. And they're like, fuck that. That game's now going for $4.99 and it's a Nintendo first party title that's going for fucking buttons. When have you ever heard of that? All the popular ones don't go down in price. All the unpopular ones get fucking put in the bin. Bargain bin, that is. I still can't believe Star Fox Zero was such a fucking raging disappointment. And pure and simple, the controls sucked. Didn't matter how good looking the game was, didn't matter how recognisable it was, the controls were fucking crap and no one liked it. Fix your shit, Nintendo. Stop with the fucking gimmicks. There's probably other games, there's a bunch of rare games from Microsoft that we've not heard nothing about. Well, I say a bunch, there's one, there's that, but is it Everwild or whatever it's called? We'll probably show that shit off. See, this is what I meant by throwing everything like a big mix. I'll forget things and then I'll go back and it's just a bit more free form and I like it. I like my fucking wee tangents. It's when I'm at my funniest, so, or my most irritating, I will admit it. So those are my predictions for E3. They're probably about half right. I hope we see Elden Ring, I actually do, because I'd like to play the fucker, but I'm not holding my breath, and neither should you. Anything with George R.R. Martin attached to it, we should not be holding our breath, because we will die before he does. Right, cheers for watching my pish. I'll see you all later.